What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Madness. We are about to get right into UFC's 225 Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson, and it is going to be awesome. I'm actually I thought there was going to be more time in between the two fights, like they was with the other one, and they're actually about to go down, about to fight. They are already in the octagon. Crazy stuff is going to happen with this one. I am going with Anderson to win her UFC debut. She is a featherweight. She's been fighting at featherweight her whole career, I believe. And ever since I seen her in Invicta years ago, I was like, man, she's awesome. I can't wait for her to fight in the UFC. And I can't wait for her here to fight Holly Holm, which is underway now. 10 seconds into the fight, nobody's done anything. Holly Holm is getting pressured by Megan. Megan went for a leg kick with her right leg and missed, maybe kind of feeling out the range. Holly going toward the cage, back. She has her back toward the cage. She went for a body kick. Anderson with the knee to the head, lefts and rights by Anderson. Anderson's taking a fight to Holly. Holly's trying to run away. She got her back up against the cage. A body strike, a left and uppercut. Megan is rocking Holly Holm left and right. She clenches. Holly clenches up with her. She eats a knee by Megan Anderson. Holly Holm has Anderson up against the cage right now, and they're fighting for position right now. This is nuts. The Anderson is pushing on Holly's face. Holly hits her with a forearm, and they're fighting for underhook position as they're both fighting for underhooks. Holly breaks off the underhook. She has an arm over one way. She punched Anderson in the face. Anderson has got a lot of power in her punches and her knees and her kicks. She's a very tough, tall woman, and I think she's pretty cool too. I've liked her post-fight and pre-fight interviews and everything that I've seen of her so far. Can Anderson make it? Holly going for an underhook, hit her in the face with a forearm, digging deep, trying to maybe take her down. I don't know. I'd be surprised to see Holly take down Anderson. Not something you really expect from Holly, as she is known for striking. She got rocked by Anderson, but she is putting the pressure on Anderson with her back up against the cage, fighting for position. She has an underhook on Anderson. They're both fighting for arm control. Anderson putting her hand in the face of Holly. Holly with the knee to the thigh. Anderson pushing off. Anderson eats a knee by Holly. Holly, they're off the cage, so then they back into the cage. They're both trading knees. Anderson trying to get Holly off of her. She's pushing on the face. She's got an overhook as Holly has an underhook. They're fighting. Holly with a couple of small punches to the face. Holly pushing on the arm of Anderson, and she hits her with a forearm to the head in close proximity. She's digging her forehead deep into Anderson's chin and jaw area. And now Holly has still got Anderson up against the cage. Nothing really going on. No real forward progress. Just a little bit of this and that. A little strikes and whatnot. A knee to the thigh. Another knee to the thigh of Anderson. The referee's just letting this go as the crowd seems to be getting restless. And Anderson breaks free of Holly. She goes for a front kick and misses. Anderson putting the pressure on Holly once again. Holly backing up. She goes for a side kick and misses. Anderson going for lefts and rights. She hits her with the knee to the body. Holly gets kicked in the belly. She was trying to grapple up with her and get into the clinch, but Anderson pushes her off. And Anderson punches Holly with an uppercut. Kind of. Holly with a front kick to the face of Anderson. Straight up, like boom, right into the face. Smushed her. And now Holly going for a single leg. Anderson's bouncing around, trying to fight it off. Holly going for a takedown, and Anderson has her has a arm. She's on her side. Holly's on her knees. Oh, this is very interesting. Holly Holm actually going for a takedown and getting a takedown slightly on Holly. Holly is on top of Anderson, but Anderson has a hook as she's trying to hook over Holly. We have 50 seconds to go in the first round. I am pretty amazed that Holly actually got into that. She's in side control. Very interesting stuff. And Anderson's trying to get her legs wrapped around her. Holly goes into half guard as Anderson's rolling around trying to get out, trying to push her off from on top of her. Anderson has got really long legs, and she's on her back, and she's trying to wrap Holly off of her. This is very intense. What is Anderson trying to do in this position? This is kind of like a cowgirl position or something. It's like a reverse sharpshooter kind of, as Anderson was on her back and Holly was sitting on Anderson's stomach with her legs wrapped around her back. That was really weird. That I don't even know. Like, that was really strange position, but it worked to get Holly from punching her in the face, to stop Holly from trying to punch her in the face or in the sides and stuff. I haven't talked this much in freaking ages, man. My throat's gonna be rasped tomorrow. I'm gonna feel like I was at a concert yelling all night long with how much I'm talking tonight. I love MMA. Combat sports is awesome. You know, it's something that I've enjoyed for a long time. I've been watching the fights for ages, and I just, I'm now going to be doing the pay-per-views, the live, the main events, the main card of fights. Sometimes I'll do a live stream, like an early fight, but generally I'm just going to be doing the main cards, my commentary live streaming here on YouTube. So if you enjoy my commentary, make sure to punch that subscribe button into submission. Share the video on your social media sources and whatnot if you want. That'd be awesome. And they'll be doing some stuff with Big Dog Jimmy as well. If we have an awesome knockout tonight on the main card here, I'll be doing a reenactment of that. I might be doing Arlovsky versus not Arlovsky, Overeem versus Curtis Blades. I might be doing a reenactment of the finish of that one. So here we go. Holly Holm, they're back into it in the second round, 30 seconds into it, and we have some kicks going on. Oh, a knee to the chest area kind of Holly. Holly trying to get the single leg from that kick, and Anderson bounced back up onto the cage, so she has her back up against the cage as Holly has an underhook going for some knees. Very interesting stuff here. Anderson I feel that Anderson has hurt Holly to where Holly doesn't want to take any punches or kicks from her, and she doesn't want to keep eating those strikes. She don't want to go face down or go plant backwards like how Ronda did. How crazy would that be if Anderson ends up knocking out Holly? I won't be surprised. I did pick her to win that way by KO TKO over Holly, because I feel she has a lot of power. I feel she definitely has the size on Holly, that's for sure. She has the height, excuse me. Holly with a body kick, and she eats a right hand from Anderson. Anderson chasing her down. Anderson eats a right hand from Holly. Holly has her back up toward the cage. Anderson, a knee to the head, but then Holly falls on top of her with the force there. Very interesting stuff. Now Anderson is on her back with Holly slightly in half guard, kind of. The leg's not wrapped in between fully. She might be trying to go for a Kimura attempt, and she's kneeing the thigh of Anderson. Holly's on top of Anderson. Very surprising. What is going on? Hello. Come on. Why is this doing this? And Holly's trying to step over. Anderson's holding on to her arm. She's going for she's on side control now of Holly. Holly is on top of Anderson in side control. I feel that it is possible that Anderson will somehow roll this. Holly has got her arm. She's trying to do something with it. Oh no, she doesn't have the arm anymore. She's under the arm. She's trying to get full mount, possibly side control, punching Anderson in the head some. And now she's punching her in the head some more. Oh, now Anderson just pulled Holly kind of on top of her in full mount when she was trying to go for side guard. Oh, she ate some nasty strikes from Holly, and then she rolls over to the side. Holly is trying to go for an arm triangle choke. This is crazy. Holly has got some ground game. I did not expect to see a ground game from Holly onto Anderson. She is in position possibly for a chokehold here, but Anderson's blocking it with some good defense. She eats a left hand from Holly as Holly breaks off of it, and then she's hitting her with another right hand. She's full mount punching on her. Anderson trying to pop her legs fully up to stop Holly from punching on her. What is going on, Anderson? Wow. I did not think that we would see Anderson get mounted like this by Holly, even taken down. That's definitely surprising. She's hitting her with some shoulder blocks to the face of Anderson. Anderson's trying to survive the second round as we've got 30 seconds to go. Man, this is something else. She's got full mount. She goes, oh, she missed the elbow drop. So she hit her with a forearm there. A couple of forearms, hitting her with some more strikes. We've got 10 seconds to go as Holly has got, she is mounted on top of Anderson. And she's trying, oh, she missed a couple of elbows there at the end of the round. Very interesting stuff here. I did not expect this at all, for Holly to take Anderson down and then be able to roll with her and hold her on the ground. That is crazy. Actually, she went for a knee and didn't get it, and Holly grabbed her leg and tripped her down. Wow. What is going on? This is surprising stuff here, to see Anderson getting rocked like this. Yeah, I definitely think Overeem is done. I'm doing good tonight. Right now, it's looking like Holly's it's gonna go a decision, and Holly's gonna win it unless Anderson can knock her out, get a TKO victory over Holly. I definitely give the second round to Holly. Pretty sure I give the first round to her as well. I feel kinda. The first round was tough, and I didn't take any notes. So yeah, I kind of feel that Holly's up 2-0. It could be 1-1 though. Oh, they both trade body kicks to the gut. They're both kicking each other in the belly. Now leg kick by Holly. Anderson coming up on her. Holly punches her with the right hand. Oh, a vicious right hand down a pike to Holly that sent her backwards, and then she ran into the side, and now she's trying to go for another takedown, and Anderson's trying to fight off the takedown, and now they're hopping around the cage. What is going on? Come on. No. What is going on? Hello. Okay. So, she has Holly up against the cage. She's pushing her up against the cage. And she got an underhook on Holly. I mean, Holly, yeah. Wait, whose arm's under whose? I'm confused right now. What the crap? Come on, Anderson, get off the cage. Holly's got her up against the cage. She's got an underhook. They both have their arms wrapped around each other with one side, and then they're both kind of... Anderson's trying to stop Holly from punching her in the face as they're up against the cage with 3.5 to go. What is going on? So now they're still in the same position. 3-minute mark coming up. Oh, when she bear hugs her, bulldogs Anderson down to the ground. This does not look good for Anderson at all with this. This is something else. Holly just ragdolling her with the ground. She ragdolled her down to the ground, mounted on top of her, and she's in full mount on top of her. This is something that Anderson is going to have to work on after this fight. It's definitely, she's going to need to work on her ground game. You know, you can't just have stand up and that's it. It's just like you can't just have a takedown and, you know, ground game either, because if you get stuffed, then you're fucking screwed. Come on, buck her off, Holly. Come on, Holly, somehow. Oh, she pushed her off. Holly's off of her. They're standing up in the center of the octagon. Here we go with just about 2 minutes to go. Anderson chasing her down. Anderson has to get very technical, methodical. Oh, a head kick by Holly. Holly misses. Anderson blocked it, I mean. Anderson gets hit with a leg kick. Holly coming after her with a kick to the gut that partially kicked her in the boob, and then she kicks her in the boobs again, and Anderson's coming after Holly. She goes for a right hand, and Holly bear hugs her, trying to take her down. Anderson's trying to fight with her and stay standing up. They're fighting, and oh, Holly ends up switching and tripping her, taking her down, and she is down on the ground once again. Anderson is losing this fight. Crazy. Holly is in side control, kind of like she got a leg wrapped in between Anderson's legs, and she was elbowing her thighs, and Anderson's trying to get Holly off of her. Holly's trying to get her leg out. She gets her leg out. She's trying to go for a crucifix, possibly, or she might be trying to go for a submission. Oh, hitting her with forearms and elbows. Holly taking it to Anderson. She's trying to get up to full mount again. She ends up passing and getting to full mount. Wow, I wish I picked Holly to win. Man. Crazy. And she's in full mount, punching her in the face. She's trying to go for a choke now, possibly. Anderson's fighting hand control. Fighting for hand control, trying to stop her from punching her, and Holly is on her side, kind of. Anderson, yeah, side control again. She passes again with a knee on the face of Anderson. Anderson rolls over to her side. Anderson getting punched in the thigh, punched in the gut. Holly punching her in the gut. They're in a north-south position as Anderson's trying to do something with 10 seconds to go. She is starting to get a guillotine choke. Guillotine choke by Holly Holm on Anderson to end the fight, and Holly Holm is, I imagine, going to win this fight by 3 rounds to none, 30-27. It could be 29-28, but I'm pretty sure she won the first round, if I recall correct. So that is something else. So if if I forget exactly what your name was, left a comment on my prediction. If you're watching this right now, and you left the comment that Holly really needed to win this one, you were correct. And she did get the win. That is pretty wild. Some multiple takedowns. I think it was like 4 takedowns on Anderson in this fight. And it was like Holly just let Anderson get close enough, hit her, and then she'd take her down. Wild stuff in this fight. Bulldogged her, ragdolled her around. Wow. The stats here saying Holly with 65 significant strikes, 22 for Anderson, 0 takedowns for Anderson, 4 for Holly, 10 plus minutes of control time by Holly, 0 for Anderson. Wow. She made it look really pretty, but she did not do good in this fight versus Holly at all. Holly had a lot more levels and layers and a higher octagon IQ in this fight over Anderson. I thought Anderson had a higher IQ and was going to be able to end up rocking and knocking and dazing and lopping Holly silly and knocking her out, but that did not happen. Wow. Now it makes me wonder what would happen if she went against Cyborg. 30-27, 30-26, 30-26. Your winner by unanimous decision, Anderson. No, I'm just joking. Holly Holm wins it by unanimous decision. Crazy stuff. That was a fun fight. I really enjoyed it, even though who I was going for lost. It still was really cool, really fun. I'm definitely down for to see who Holly fights next. You know, like, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna end up fighting? Is she gonna end up fighting Cyborg again? Is she gonna fight? Is she gonna want to fight? Go back down to bantamweight and fight Amanda Nunes? You know, who is Holly gonna fight next? Just crazy. That was wild. So. Anderson Cooper versus Buddy Holly. Interesting. But Tank Abbott versus Paul Verlands. Is Franklin on the card? Gracie versus Pat Smith. Some funny comments, man. You guys are funny. What's going on, John Hodges? I got Rock 3. I got Rock in 3. Very interesting. It's this was a cool fight. I don't know though. I totally overestimated Anderson and expected her to win. I'm glad I did not go and bet money on Anderson. Man, that would have been fucking pissed. So, congratulations to Holly Holmes and everyone who picked her. So, if you're interested, I got a UFC Pick'em page, and I made a league. Check out the description of the predictions if you want to join that. Click that link and whatnot. If you are new to the channel and haven't yet, punch that subscribe button into submission. If you enjoy this video, make sure to slap that like button like a pimp. We'll be back with the next fight, with the welterweight interim title fight with Kobe Chaos Covington versus Rafael Dos Anjos next up. So I'm going to take a break and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.